Action stories with spectacle get mistreated, and I'm about to show you what I think is the most convincing piece of evidence. Let's lay down a consistent way of grading stories across all genres. This is my diagram explaining how plots are written. This is my explanation of a plot cycle. I also call it a problem-solving event. It's basically the journey a character takes from a specific problem to the final result. A character can usually keep trying new solutions after they fail until they pass the problem. Stories in all genres are written like this. Now, we get to critics. At the time of writing this, imdb has a movie titled 12 Angry Men as the 5th best movie of all time. It's also high on Rotten Tomatoes. This is one of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen it, that's fine because I'll break it down. There are 12 jurors put in a room. The main problem is determining whether this kid is guilty. The main character, the architect, Juror 8, is initially the only one who tries to defend the possibility of his innocence. The solution to this is to debate the evidence. The story turns into back-to-back plot cycles where individual pieces of evidence are argued until every argument is defeated and every juror votes not guilty. Some characters have specific jobs and backgrounds that influence their logic and reasoning. There are 8 plot cycles in total. The knife, the L train, I'm gonna kill you, the return to the house, the old man, the movies, the stab wound, and the woman. The theme of the movie is that you shouldn't jump to conclusions, represented by the architect not assuming that the boy is guilty. So here, we have a movie made up of consecutive plot cycles, character actions influenced by their character development, and a theme. Each plot cycle is solved logically and cleverly. All of that is enough to be ranked 5th best movie of all time by critics. Cool, but does that sound familiar? Imagine an action movie that is made up of 8 back-to-back fights, each one extremely tactical and cerebral. The choreography is top of the class. Each of the 8 opponents has a unique fighting style shaped by their character development. The main character represents the theme of the movie through his actions. Do you think that movie would get the same critical acclaim as 12 Angry Men? I don't, simply because the problem solving includes action. It doesn't matter how tactical the action is, the fact that it's extreme spectacle would cause critics to look down on it. Actually, doesn't this movie sound like some anime? I know I can name a few that are similar. One Piece's Enies Lobby, Naruto's Sasuke Recovery, Bleach's Soul Society. Back-to-back fights, the characters have unique movesets, sometimes influenced by character development. The problem solving is on par with, and sometimes above, the American movies. There are strong themes in character development, even stronger than 12 Angry Men. These stories have in-depth flashbacks, some character arcs, and character development that shapes why both sides believe in their competing beliefs. So if I graded these arcs and movies with a rubric that has no genre bias, the 3 rescue arcs I mentioned should at least be on the same level as the courtroom drama. I could throw in other battle-heavy arcs like the Shibuya Incident, Shinjuku Showdown, Phantom Lord, Forest Training Camp, and more. The first act of 12 Angry Men is just the jurors sitting in a courtroom having their duty explained to them. The first act of Soul Society is Rukia willingly sacrificing herself to capital punishment to save Ichigo from Byakuyo's wrath. The first act of Sasuke Recovery is Sasuke's bond with Naruto deteriorating and his lust for power leading him to abandon his village, forcing the only available ninjas to group up and chase him down. These are not the same. The anime clearly have stronger first acts. In my videos explaining the advantages drama problem solving has over action problem solving, I said 1v1 victories have ripple effects that impact the rest of the story. This doesn't. Everything is in the courtroom. I said cycles don't happen in a bubble. This movie does. I said solutions were plot determined. This movie technically does that, but we learn all of the facts of the case through their arguments, not ahead of time. I said all solutions are tailor-made for their opponent. This movie does that maybe one time. I said cycles weren't formulaic. This movie had a formula. Argument presented, argument countered. I said they had a wider range of attacks. This movie doesn't. They can only debate the facts of the case. I said they had a wider range of goals. This movie only has the goals of proving guilt or reasonable doubt. So most of the advantages that drama problem solving has aren't even present in 12 Angry Men, yet it's still the rank 5 GOAT. Do you see how little storytelling effort a drama with no action has to put in compared to a high spectacle action story? I'm not saying 12 Angry Men is an easy story to write. It definitely took genius, but I also believe that Enies Lobby took more storytelling effort and genius to write in comparison. Same for the other anime arcs. But I'm not done because I remembered something. 12 Angry Men has spectacle, which is a big reason why I enjoyed it. I'm getting into spoiler territory, so skip ahead if you haven't watched it. Let's set the scene. All the opponents were talking about how the knife the boy stabbed his father with was super unique. With the murder weapon on the table, the architect pulls out an identical knife, stabs it in the table, and says, "How's that for unique?" He bought it for cheap around the location of the murder, proving that it wasn't that unique. You're telling me that wasn't hype? That wasn't aura? Later, the hot-headed Juror 3 says that the boy shouting "I'll kill you" is proof that he did it because he had to mean it. Then the hero, the architect, Juror 8, starts calling 3 a sadist since he's one of the executioners. He starts calling him pitiful for enjoying the death of others. So the hothead gets mad and says, "I'm gonna kill you." And with the coldest tone, the architect says, "You don't really mean you'll kill me, do you?" He just used his own logic against him. Is that not spectacle? Is that not aura? One more. Juror 4, The stockbroker says the boy being unable to name the movies that he had just seen meant he lied, proving he's guilty. Juror 8 says anyone would crack like that under the stress. The broker says, I wouldn't because I'm built different. So the architect presses him. He says, what did you do yesterday? And the day before that? And the day before that? Eventually, the broker makes a mistake in naming a movie and the actors. Then the architect twists the knife by saying, and you weren't under any stress, were you? I have an intense reaction every time I see these scenes because they are hype. There are definitely less flashy ways they could have written these solutions, but they didn't go for them. Remove the dramatic flair and swagger from the story and its quality dips. So why is it all dandy when the spectacle, hype, and aura is verbal, but it's a problem when it's physical and kinetic? It's a problem if Gojo has too much aura, but it's not a problem if Juror 8 is dripping with swagger and aura farming. This was from 1957. He was aura farming decades before the word existed. Hopefully you can see the hypocrisy in critics. In conclusion, critics subtract points for spectacle, which makes action stories have to work 10 times harder to gain the same level of critical acclaim. I still love 12 Angry Men because of its back-to-back cycles and swagger, just like I love Sasuke Recovery because of his back-to-back cycles and swagger. But on a genre-less level, the courtroom drama just isn't as well written as individual battle manga arcs, yet it's still more honored by critics. This is why I believe people who look down on action stories are misguided elitists. They think action only exists to entertain kids or meatheads, therefore they view action cycles as significantly inferior to non-action cycles, which is ridiculous. It ignores the amount of skill it takes to write a good fight, especially when including a magic system. Subscribe for more analytical content on storytelling.